Time for another Roo Tale. Today I'm going to talk to you about someone who did all the right things and it still wasn't enough. Now this story comes from a job site where I was just recently visiting to do a safety inspection, and I was standing in the elevator with a guy, and it was obvious that he had lost an eye somewhere along the line. So we got into a conversation, and I said to him, I said, "How did you lose your eye?" And he said, "Well," he says, "I was an apprentice." And he said, "I was at work and I was doing what I was supposed to be doing." He said, "I had my safety glasses on, and we were pulling some jack chain, and we were getting ready to hang some units." And he said, in the process of that, when I pulled on it, the chain snapped, and he said it flipped up underneath my safety glasses and caught me in the eye, and as a result of it, I lost my eye. And this was, of course, years ago when, as he said, he was an apprentice. So here's the moral of that particular story. Sometimes you can do all the right things. You can be you can have all your PPE on, you can be in the right situation trying to do the right thing, and still something goes wrong. Now, if you were to investigate that particular accident, maybe you would have gone back and could have found where things could have been done differently. But what I want you to notice here is, here was somebody who was doing all the things that he needed to do, was wearing his PPE, was doing his job the way he should have been doing it, and the accident still happened. Now, sometimes people try to argue, they'll say, "Oh, well, you can always trace it back to, somebody doing something wrong, or someone failing to do something they should have done." Yeah, I understand that. I understand the argument there. However, we all know of circumstances where apparently everybody in the situation was doing the right thing. Something went wrong. It was a bit of a freak accident, something that was out of the ordinary, and in the process of that particular incident, someone got hurt, and it really was perhaps almost a one in a million sort of an accident. In this particular case, so far as we know, this individual was doing the right thing, wearing his PPE, just carrying out his regular duties. This chain snapped, flipped up underneath his safety glasses and caught his eye, and he lost his eye. So don't let that sort of thing happen to you if possible. When you are wearing your PPE, when you are taking the safety precautions that you should take, what you're doing is you're trying to lower the odds. We're always trying to lower the odds so that as few accidents as possible will occur. Now, is it possible they may still occur in some freak circumstance? Well, yes. But if you try to follow all your safety protocols, you wear your PPE, you do the right thing, you're reducing the odds is what you're doing. And so in this particular case, I want you to think about this individual who was trying to do the right thing, wearing his PPE, carrying out his duties as he was assigned, and still in that circumstance, a freak accident occurred. It could happen to you. My suggestion is do everything possible to reduce your odds. Do everything possible to follow the safety protocols, to take the right steps, and understand that even having done all of that, sometimes it still isn't enough. But do your best to reduce the odds, and hopefully circumstances like this won't occur to you. We're sorry for this particular individual. It's something he has to live with the rest of his life. It happened to him. It could happen to you. Do your best to reduce the odds and try to stay safe.